Hey guys, Brandon here from airsoftgi. First off, I just want to say this is not my gun, and I want to thank Rob for letting me bring this home for a video review. So yeah, basically, I don't know too much about this gun, but I'm going to try to review it as much as possible. There will be no shooting videos on this gun just because my buddy Rob, he bought this gun used, so we don't really know what the previous owner did to it or how good it is out of the box. But it has no upgrades that we know of, and it's not shooting so good. It probably shoots 200 feet per second. .2s don't get lifted with the hop up, and they probably go about 80 feet and they just hit the dirt. So he already bought upgrade parts. I think they already came in, and he's probably gonna put that in ASAP. So yeah, he just let me take this home just for a quick overview video purpose. Hopefully the whole gun is in shot here, but I've seen this gun plenty of times in pictures. Military TV shows, movies, all that stuff, and I always knew it was going to be crazy monstrous. But when you see this thing in person, because this is the beta project one, which is basically the same scale as the Shytech or the real one, it is unbelievable. You have so much respect for the real gun and the people that use them when you just see this thing in person and hold it. Even though it's an airsoft gun, this thing weighs half the weight of the real gun. And even then, this thing is heavy. This thing is, I think, 17 pounds, 16 pounds, something like that. While the real one towers that, I think almost doubles it. I forgot the real number, but it's crazy. So yeah, I'm not going to disassemble it, not going to shoot it, and all that stuff. Just because I don't know too much about it, and it doesn't shoot good enough for you to get an accurate idea of how good it is out of the box. But we're just going to go ahead and overview it. We're going to start from the front here. I painted the orange tip black. Rob asked me to do that for him. I try to take it off, and the threading is like, I don't even know. I think it has threading on there, but it is tight, so I just painted it. That is full metal though. I think it depends on where you buy it too. I don't know where the other guy got this originally, but that's a full metal orange tip. The outer barrel, that's full metal for sure. Inner barrel, metal. So yeah, this thing is basically all metal, but I'll get into some of the parts that are not, just obviously like just the obvious parts. The outer barrel actually unscrews for some reason. I tighten that up as much as possible just so it won't do it like when you don't want it to, but it unscrews probably for some kind of disassembly purpose. The bipod, very adjustable. You could press this button right here, little spring button, and then bring it right back here, lock it in place, press it again, and it'll swing right out, and it's solid. And then this little button right here, you press it, and it'll let you manually take that bipod out and adjust it anywhere in between there. And then you press the button, and the spring just shoots it right back in place. There's a rail up here. I don't really know why. Maybe for like a laser or whatever, but it looks interesting. Kind of keeps you wondering. This tube right here is probably some form of aluminum. It is metal. It's a very nice metal. It's a very solid. It doesn't feel like it's a soda can kind of aluminum. It is very solid. It's hurting my knuckles just doing that. And then of course the bipod, full metal. This carry handle, which is very useful for flipping the gun upside down and just carrying it like that. This is actually some very solid form of plastic, maybe like a polymer or something like that. I don't know, but it is very solid. It's never gonna break. And my guess is it's probably the same material on the real gun, just because I think if there were metal on the real thing, they would put it metal on here. But very solid, not a con whatsoever. It might have shed half a pound too. But anyway, the mag is right here. It's kind of like an M14 mag. You press this little button here, it'll drop just like that, and then you see this pin here that you'll pull that and then twist these two receivers and break it apart, which I think that's how you get the gun originally, is in two pieces, and you just assemble it. So actually I'm going to keep the mag out for a later thing. So yeah, this, I guess you could call it receiver. That is really solid, very boxed and bulky look, super solid. Just to give you a nice idea of the size of this thing, this is the same scope that was on my SR12, my KWA SR12. This scope looks way overkill on the SR12, but it looks like it's not enough scope on this gun. So you're going to need a big scope with a sunshade or something like that to really show the look of this gun. So yeah, the way you adjust the stock, there's different notches here. You press this button, and then you just kind of move it in place to where you find that position you like, and then you press it again, new position all the way until right there. That's very, very useful for taking it around with you or putting it in the trunk of your car. Then you press it again, and then you could bring it all the way to its fullest. And if you hold it down, and then you could actually take it off, just in case you need about 2 more inches of room to carry the gun better. And you just put it right back in there, press it, and then it is solid. So yeah, this grip right here. Oh, and here's the talking about the stock. Here's the sling mount. The grip is the exact same grip as my VPR, my gas blowback GMP VPR. It's just the ergonomic sniper grip, very comfortable. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and just twist the gun around to show you the bolt. I like this bolt feature that's on here. Yeah, this thing is not too easy to move around. Okay, now that we're on this side, here's your bolt, here's your safety, and I don't know if this is a sling mount or what, but they're on both sides of these holes. Maybe they're part of disassembly. Okay, so basically it's a short stroke spring bolt. So you pull it back, and that's all it is, about 2.5 inches, and that's about it. And then you just bring it back home. And this gun is actually, you can't see it on, you can't hear it on as well through a video. It's actually pretty darn quiet. So we're gonna go ahead and pull it back again. And the safety, I like the safety on here because, like on the JG Bar 10 and all that stuff, you could pull the bolt back, and then when you bring it forward, sometimes you bump the safety, you bring it forward, and then when you shoot, there's nothing because it's on safety. So here, the safety is actually pretty low, kind of further away, and to put it on safe, you have to bring it back. You pull it back, and then it won't shoot. It's actually very solid. The trigger is giving no give, and then you bring it forward, or you bring it back up, and then there you go. One cool thing I like is when you pull the bolt back, you see that there's actually that gap right here. You could actually put your fingers in there. You can see my fingers right there. It's like a real gun or like a gas gun. So instead of just a closed bolt the whole time like any other spring gun, you can actually see the BB get loaded up in there. So we're gonna go ahead and just put this in here. Oops. Kind of get getting used to lining it up. But when it's in there, you know it's in there. And then and there's nothing in here right now. There's no BBs. So when you when you push the bolt back, it'll stop right there. There's a little bit of room left, and it won't go all the way in. So you know that you're out of ammo, so you can drop the mag. So we're gonna go ahead and just drop it real quick. There we go. And we're gonna put the mag back in and shoot. The mag is a mid cap, it's not a high cap, it's a mid cap, and it holds 100 rounds, which on a spring gun, I think you only need 1 mag, which I don't even know if they sell extra mags, but don't even worry about it because 100 rounds on a spring gun is more than enough for more than 1 game. So yeah, this is going out of place, there we go. So yeah, I can't really get into too much detail about it. All I'm going to say from now on, I mean, I already went over all the metal, not metal. As far as how it shoots, I really don't know because it's a used gun from Craigslist, all that stuff. But here's my here's what I recommend for this gun. If you already have a spring gun that shoots very, very well, like a JG Bar 10 that's upgraded or whatever, and you want this gun just because it's an M200 and it shoots good, then get it. It's the cheapest M200 you could get, and here's my dog. What's up? Oh boy. Okay, sorry about that. But what I was getting at is this is the cheapest M200 replica you could get. And if you don't care about how it shoots or how expensive the upgrades for this thing will be to make it shoot really good, you could get a gun that costs $150 or whatever and get upgrade parts, spend another $100 on upgrade parts, and have a really, really good spring gun, way under $300, probably around 200, maybe 250, you can have a great performing spring gun. So why spend $600 on a gun that doesn't shoot as good? Simply because it's an M200, and most people will probably never see one. So as far as just the M200, I don't know, it's such a cool gun to see, such a cool gun to own, just to put over your desk or your bedroom or a gun wall. Just because anyone that's an airsofter or not an airsofter doesn't know anything about guns, they could just see this thing and they'll just be amazed, just because its size and everything. So it's just pretty cool to see reactions people have over this gun, whether they're airsofters or not. So worth $600 as a decorative piece? Absolutely. If I don't know what it looks like or what it's made out of, I just know its performance? Absolutely not. But if you want this gun for the look and performance, you're probably going to have to put another couple hundred or at least $100 for a better FPS kit. See what kind of hop-up things are out there. The spacing, with the barrel, make the barrel very wobbly, and also they call it a tight bore. It's really not tight enough to be a tight bore in my opinion. But they do sell a 800 millimeter 6.01, which is the length of this inner barrel. I think it's 800 or something like that. I have a cleaning rod that's like 650 millimeters, and it never hit the hop-up unit. I put it in the edge of the barrel, and it kept going, and I never hit the end of it. So I believe that it's 800 millimeters. So for the M200 itself, if you just want it for the looks, get this one. Don't spend $1,200 or $1,500 on the other ones that might perform good, but not as good as other airsoft guns. I would go with this one, and if you want performance, upgrade it yourself, because even then it'll be cheaper. No, it's not licensed by SideTech, but no one would care really, unless you're like that one-to-one replica guy, but that's like double the price of this one, and this is $600 as is. So I don't know who would do that unless they're just a very, very avid airsoft collector. But yeah, so that's my opinion. That's my little wrap up for this gun. I wish it were mine. It's not, because actually Rob got a pretty good deal on Craigslist. So maybe in the future I would own this just to not even use it, just to have it, which sounds like a waste, but really I think that's what this thing's good for. Just for the history of the gun and all that stuff. So that's basically my conclusion, my little overview over it. If you have $600 for a nice decorative piece, by all means get it. And that might sound like a waste, $600 for a decorative piece. I have a Seahawks helmet over there that costs $550. I'm not going to use that. So when you're talking about terms like that, then it's not too far off. It doesn't sound that extreme. So for a decorative piece, I think it's freaking awesome. So again, that's my wrap up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.